They say every forest keeps a secret. Some whispers theirs through the leaves, others hide them beneath moss and stone. But here, in the quiet village of La Baleine, the secret is sung by an ancient goddess through the bones of a whale. I've been driving through the soft green heart of Normandy, winding lanes that seem to fold time back upon itself, where every turn hums with something ancient, waiting. And then, tucked in a valley beneath whispering trees, I find it. La Baleine. A village so small you might miss it if you blinked, and yet its name holds 3 entire worlds of meaning: a goddess, a whale, and a broom. Here in the south of the Manche in Normandy, where valleys narrow and light lingers like honey through the trees, lies this place called La Baleine, translation, the whale. It seems an odd name for a village so far from the sea, and yet the truth of it ripples through centuries, part record, part reverie. Historians offer 3 possible origins for its name. The first traces it to Belisama, the bright one, a Gallic goddess of fire and craft, of rivers, creation and renewal. Some say her name, once spoken in reverence by the people of this land, softened over the centuries into Baleine, still carrying her light through the roots and rivers of Normandy. Interestingly, the same river that runs through this village has another story of ancient feminine power across the forest, but that's a road trip for another day. The second story speaks of a whale, whose rib still rests in the chapel, an ex voto, a sailor's sacred gift, left perhaps after a miraculous return from the sea. But the coast lies more than 30 kilometers away, a long journey across rolling fields and winding forest roads, brought here long before automobiles, when a whalebone would have travelled as slowly as a prayer. Some whales live in matriarchal societies. Their songs echo across oceans, mother to daughter, generation to generation, a music of memory that knows no borders. And now, resting quietly in this old church, lies the rib bone of that great whale, and the echo of the giant heart that once beat wild and free across the seas. And the third tale speaks not of sea or sky, but of broom, a golden flowered plant once called Baleine in Old French. It blooms brightly on these hills each spring, sacred to the old ways, symbol of cleansing and new beginnings. Witches and wise women carried its sprigs to sweep thresholds clean, not merely of dust, but of sorrow and shadow. So perhaps the truth of La Baleine is not one story, but all 3: a goddess, a whale, and broom. Threads of the divine, the wild, and earthly power, woven together into a single name. When you drive the winding roads into this valley, the world seems to hush. The trees lean in as if listening. The air cools, heavy with rain and wood smoke. It feels like stepping into a spell, one cast long before you arrived, whispered still by the land itself. I sit inside Le Krill, the little restaurant by the road, hands wrapped around a warm cup of coffee. Through the window, the woods shimmer in their autumn skin, amber, bronze and gold. Somewhere between the rustle of the leaves and the rising steam, I feel her, Belisama, or perhaps the whale mother, or perhaps simply the land herself, singing softly through the colour of the seasons, inviting me, and maybe you, to rest as the forest is about to. So if you come to this little village, whisper your hidden wish into your hands and let the river carry it to the goddess who still flows through this land. And from me, for now, Kate the Wayfarer, stay magical.